So it's been a little bit. Actually, I think it's been a couple weeks, to be quite honest. And life's been kind of busy, which is not a bad thing. But it leaves things like this not a lot of time. And my daily life, my work has picked up, which provides little time to do anything on my lunch break. And over the weekend, we've had, we've had recitals, birthdays, multiples of those. Sorry, one recital, but 3 birthdays. We had 2 graduations. It was a pre-K and a kindergarten graduation. So there's been a lot of stuff going on recently, and it's just been extremely busy. I also had to fix our front door because the storm door ripped out of the wall. Screws that were about 2 or 3 inches in, like it was crazy. So I've been trying to fix that as well to get the door on because it is hot. In fact, it's so hot right now. The schools, so we've got 3 days left in kindergarten, or just in general for our district. And they all went to half days for the last 3 days because it's going to be in the 90s here, which is very high for us. And our schools don't have air conditioning, so it's a thing. It's just a thing. So we're having to deal with that as well. So we had to figure all that out. So it's kind of been just there's been a lot of stuff. And that's really what's been going on. I also, might see, I'm trying something different. I've been working on a little bit of rearranging the office here. I've got my setup over there is now 3 monitors plus a laptop, which gives me the opportunity to kind of see a little bit more of what I'm doing, which speeds things up, which I only really do when I'm really busy and having to do a lot of things at once. And then I've got this setup back here, which is my video editing station that actually has the largest monitor over there, which is the best monitor for editing and things like that. But it honestly is one of those things where I don't use this much. So this is the nicer monitor, which kind of stinks because I would rather use this monitor. But because it's the best one with colors and all that kind of stuff, especially with summer right now, I've been trying to do a lot of videos of recorded stuff for other projects, but I have yet to edit them. In fact, I've got a backlog right now of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about 4 or 5 videos, I want to say, for other random things and projects, which one's very easy because honestly, it's just me, whatever's behind me, and the camera. That's pretty much it. This setup right here, I don't know what I'm going to use it for exactly. It might not necessarily be for this. I think it's a little bit of overkill as far as what I'm doing, which is just this. I don't necessarily think, maybe it's a little dramatic, to be quite honest, especially just for this little talking head segment kind of thing. But I like doing these still. I've had a lot of things going on, a lot of things I need to do, which I'm procrastinating on. And then just a lot of creativity block. So basically I've got so much on my plate right now that my ADD kicks in and I just say, I'm just not going to do any of it. And that's kind of what's been going on the last couple of weeks. It's with those kind of things that make me really realize how bad I have ADD. Even though I'm taking medication and I can manage throughout the day and everything's fine. But when it comes to doing this kind of stuff, it just feels overwhelming. And then I just kind of don't do it. I spent most of my free time cleaning up this area just so there wasn't junk everywhere because I had piles of things. In fact, there's a printer over there with things that are starting to pile up on it. Papers, ink, a Monsters Inc. water bottle, and an empty water bottle with the top off. I don't know why. I don't know why that's there. I guess I must have put it there. I honestly don't remember. Even the desk back here, you can't even see it, but there's some stuff back there too that that honestly needs to be cleaned out. Thank goodness this lens is a 1.4 and you can't see any of that. It's all blurred out. But there's piles starting to pile up. Plus, I do all the laundry in the house, so that's another thing that I always have to try to keep up on is laundry and getting that all done. So I am going to get back on pace with these. I'm probably not going to do daily. Daily was extremely hard to keep up. Initially, it wasn't because it was fun. It was like I had all this free time. But as my free time starting to kind of shift over to other things, it made it very hard to do these daily. So I think what I'm going to do is stick with these to be like 3 times a week. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe, beginning of the week, middle and end. I think that's more manageable. Even when I was doing it all like every day of the week, they were either the tail or front end of the week would maybe miss one just because it was just so much time that was taken out, even though these aren't very long, set up and all that kind of stuff, figuring out what I feel like talking about. All that stuff kind of just takes time. So yeah, probably going to stick to 3 times a week. If that's too much, I might do Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. And you might see some other format changes. I don't know if I like this, to be quite honest. I might just freehand camera it instead of sitting in the corner over there. But I think what I was kind of getting tired of was like just being stagnant in that one location. So I thought I'd mix it up a little bit, make it more fun to look at. This looks cooler and more interesting, we'll say, to look at than whatever the white background was over in that corner over there. So we'll see. I might use this for a couple videos and then change to something different. I'd like to get outside at some point if I can, but I don't know. Right now it's in the 90s and high humidity. Today's probably not the day to do that.